Hi, hi Kiran.
It's
Yeah,
in
hi.
line. Can just continue.
All right, sure. Thanks.
Thank you
Hey
so much.
Kiran.
Yeah, hi.
Kiran, can you tell me about
Yes.
experience and the roles and responsibilities that you do day to day?
Yeah, coming to myself, this is Kindakuba Sabapati. I have around 15 years of experience as a completely full stack developer. And coming to my skills, I have the skills HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap, Angular, React, and Node, MongoDB, and also I have some experience in PHP and MySQL also. So my relevant experience since React Node is more than 6 to 7 years. And also in PHP I have more than 4 years, and as a complete web developer I have more than 10 years. This is my relevant experience. Coming to in previous so many domains like banking, e-commerce domains, retail domains. So this type of domains I already work. Coming to roles and responsibility as a senior developer, I need to work on the bugs, fixing the bugs, creating some enhancements, and also I will follow agile methodology. So I need to follow Jira dashboard, and we have spent for every 2 weeks. So I need to take the tickets and I need to up to the client. We have daily scrum meetings, and also I'm sometimes participate grooming sessions, sometimes direct client interactions, and also I need to lead the some junior developers, guide them, take the updates from them. So all these and also sometimes the part of the deployment also. Yeah, and also you're using the Git repository system tool for version control. So all these are my experience and skill set. Yeah. Hello.
Uh, Before moving ahead with the technical discussion, I would like to hear something about your knowledge towards unit testing.
Okay.
How familiar are you with unit testing? Do you have any experience with that?
Yeah, I have experience in Ruby testing. While working in the Angular, I use the Jasmine. While working in the React, I use the Jest framework. Uh, so I run test cases, and we did the
Okay,
cover the code coverage report up to 60 to 70% under the coverage. Yeah.
I see. Okay, good. Fine. And then how about your experience with CSS pre-processors like uh,
SAS,
SAS or
SAS I use, so we can manage the SAS. I can write the natural CSS components and the CSS variables using them. So all those I have. Yeah,
okay, fine. And how would you rate on a scale of 5 in JavaScript?
I can write 2.5.
Perfect, perfect. Fine. Let us begin the technical discussion starting from React nodes. Okay. Uh, okay. Can you tell me about lifecycle hooks of React?
In the React, right?
Yeah, React
So
JS.
in the React, the life cycle hooks I can divide it into the three stages: mounting stages, updating, and unmounting stages. So the mounting stages we have the constructor run and get the state props from get the state from props, and after that we have the render method. So component will mount and component did mount. These are the life cycle methods in the mounting stage. In updating stage, again we have the get the state from mobs, and component will update. Component did the update. Should component update? This type of an updating stage. In unmounting stage, we have the component will unmount. This is unmounting stage. These are the life cycle hooks we have in the
Okay.
React. Yeah.
Why do we need lifecycle hooks?
Yeah, as per the told, the life cycle is we have stages. So we can define, for example, when while rendering the components, there is a first stage. So when updating any changes are happening, that is the updating stage. When if the leaving the component, there is unmounting stage. So for example, while loading the component, if you want to do something before entering the component, after the rendering the component, so this type of life cycle like get straight from was this type of methods are there. At the same time, if any update happen, so if you want to do update, if you want to check what are the updated values, what you want to do after updating, then I use this updating stage.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Suppose I have a scenario like I have component A and component B.
Okay.
Okay. I'm calling component B inside A. So
Okay.
parent is A and child is B.
Okay.
Okay. And whenever I do some action in parent A, it is automatically, even I do key up, key down, or do some mouse click event. Every time it is re-rendering the child component B. How do you restrict the number of re-renders?
So to to stop the re-rendering of the child components, so we need to render the child components only the props. If the props are changed, then only we need to render. So
Mhm.
we need to stop the unnecessary renderings. So for that, then I can use the React memo. So I can React I need to memorize the child component using the React memo of the child component. So the only the props are changed, then only the component the child component will render.
Okay, fine. Uh, okay, what is the difference between state and props?
Different state and props, right?
Yeah.
So states are the like data. If you want to maintain inside the component level, then we use the state. If you use the props, we can. If you want to use the data, if you want to get the data from the outside the component to the component, use the props. Okay. So the data which is coming from outside the component to this component, these are the props. The data which are using the component, that is the state.
Mhm.
So in the state, we can use we can use the state value inside the component, and we cannot directly update the stored values. We can use the update functions. Okay, like set state functions. We need to use to update the state values. The props will, but the props we cannot change. We cannot change the props. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fine. And then, uh, suppose, okay, how many ways you can update the state? Can you tell me?
So completely, so as per my understanding, we have only one value, the set state function. Using set statement only, we need to update the state values.
Okay. Suppose I have a state variable, I think it like I'm using a function component, okay? And I have a state variable username, otherwise first name, okay? Already declared with empty places, okay, with empty value by default. And if I go and update state variable without using set state, I mean without using use state, okay, directly first name equal to my name. What does that happen in that case?
So this is not updating, right? So without, can you complete the question without using the set state, you want to update the state value,
No,
right?
without using set state or without using use state. If I directly update the state variable, like first name equal to my name,
It's not
okay,
updated. It's not
it
updated.
doesn't update, it doesn't re-render, it
Yeah,
doesn't update both, right?
right.
Okay, fine. Now, what is higher order component?
So higher other company, if you want to, if a component pass as a props to the other component, that other component do some changes on the component, create a new component, rather the new component. That is a chosen component, higher other components. So a component which takes other component as the props, and within the new updated component, that is the chosen component.
Okay, fine. 1 second. Fine. Now, if you see the, how do you access the content from A to B?
So if you want to pass the data between two components, let's say we have the
Not
base.
not using the props. Other than using the props, is there any other way?
Yeah. If you want to pass the data between the components, we have a concept like context API. So using the
Okay.
context API, we can share the data, we can communicate with the data between the components. That is one way. The other way is we can use the stored management system DDX. So using that, we can share the data between the components.
Okay. I pinged you something in chat window if you can see.
Okay.
Okay. I'm calling B component by
Okay.
passing some content between the open and closing braces. Okay.
Okay.
How do you access this content in B and show that? I'm
Can you?
passing it as props. I'm not passing the content between open and closed braces as props. I'm just passing it as a content. There is a lot of difference between props and content, right?
Okay.
How do you access this content and show it in B? I'm calling this component in A.
So this is the big component or what?
Yes, this is the B component. I'm calling it in A.
Okay.
Inside A component, I wrote the above code that I shared in the chat window.
And so this the big component rendering this thing.
Sorry?
The the big component rendering this one.
Yes, B component should render this one.
So then I use the component. I can export the component B and export the export default B, in the from the B component. Okay. In the A component, I need to import B from b.js. First, we need to import. I need to
No,
import.
no, no. Kiran, you're not getting this line of code. What I pinged you, I'm calling it in A component HTML. Okay,
Okay.
in A component view, I'm calling it.
Okay.
I'm while calling B component, I'm passing the text like access and show this content in B. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to access this content that I am writing in between
Okay.
B component. Okay, inside B component, you will need to access this content and show it in B component only.
Okay. Then I need to create the context data, right? In the A component, that I need to share that one. In the let me write that one. So first, what I will do is I have the context like that. As a context. Where the context create contents. First, I need to create the context. Okay,
Okay.
like this. Sorry, I just okay. There is no arrow here, but I just to create the context like this. Okay. So now I need to pass this context to the B component. Then what I will do is B that I will pass the B component. I will pass the any props to here. So I need to pass it from the context API. So I need to pass the context like this dot context like this. I can pass let's say like this. But let's B component data is equal this dot
Right.
context. Yeah.
Right. Got it.
Yeah.
Fine. Next, what is pure and impure components?
So see, pure encompasses same as the pure functions and impure functions. So let's say first I will explain what are the pure function and impure function. If we are passing the arguments to a function, without changing those arguments, we can directly using those arguments as is. Then those are the pure components. If we change the arguments values, and we can use that, those are the impure functions. In the same way, coming to pure components and impure components, without changing the props, if you can use the as is the props what we are assuming, you can use as is, those are the pure components. Otherwise, impure components. Generally, Reacts all are pure components.
Right. Okay. Uh, what is stateless component?
If there is no, we cannot use any state values in the component, the stateless component. I think so.
Any use case for that?
If you want the static component, if you want to use the data only based on the props, then I can use the stateless component.
Okay. Fine. How do you access a DOM element in the React way?
If you want a DOM elements in request, I can use the use ref. So use ref hook I can use. I can put the pass the reference ID. Based on that, I can handle the DOM elements.
Okay. Do you have experience writing unit? Writing class components also.
Yeah, I have. More I have experience in functional component, but I have idea in the for class components also. Yeah.
Acha, okay. Can you tell me the difference between class component and functional component?
So class component, we can define the class. In the class, we have one render method. In the render method, we can return the DOM element. In the functional components, we just return the DOM element. And then we have the class component. We have the lifecycle methods. All lifecycle methods we can use, and we can use we can handle the state value using the state and set state only. And props are these props. The props are coming from using the super props. You can use the props value. But in the React, in the functional component, if you want to use the state, you need to use the use state hook. Mm. And in the class component, we have the lifecycle hooks. But if you want to choose this the lifecycle methods, now I have the functional components. But if you want to choose the lifecycle methods in the functional components also, then I use the use effect hook. So these are the main difference.
Okay. You know what is generator function?
Yeah, I hear the generative function is the ES6 yield value. Let me remember that one. It's like a pause and next value. A function is there. If you want to use that function next, and if you want pause whenever you want, then you can create the generators. To pause that value, you can return the yield in the generator function.
Perfect.
Yeah, I have idea on that one.
Right. Perfect. How do you handle errors in React functional components?
Generally, we can use the error boundary component. If once any error, we use error boundary component, pass the errors to the error boundary, there you can handle.
Okay. Fine. What is pseudo class and pseudo elements?
In CSS,
Yeah.
HTML CSS, right?
Correct.
Pseudo elements, yeah. So yeah, I remember pseudo classes like colon hover, mm, like colon hover, and like a child. If next element, if you want to apply the case for next elements, next child element, next parent element, we have some plus symbol. This FCS we have pseudo class and pseudo plus. Yeah.
Okay.
Child, if you
Fine.
want to apply the CS and child elements, if you want to apply in all the child elements, so this type of things are there. Let me charge my laptop. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Now, suppose I have a list of 10 paragraph elements. Okay. Think it like.
Okay.
And I want you to apply style for the third element out of that. How do you do that without using any classes?
You want to apply the?
Style for only the third paragraph
We have
without
the
any class.
CSS like right. Using the colon enter child of to give that number, third or fourth. Then I can apply the CS.
Okay, fine. In the same way, I have 10 paragraph elements. Okay, what I want is I want you to align them horizontally. All should be aligned horizontally in one same row and with same equal space between them. How do you do that?
Then for the parent element, I give the display flex and flex direction row, and I will give the gap 10 pixels, something like that. Then I can horizontal.
Hmm. Okay, fine. Then, how do you do deep copy of a associate array?
Decopy, right?
Right.
We have two types of copies like a shallow copy and deep copy. Shallow copy, deep copy means if you want to copy the nested child elements also. So if you want
Right.
to do the deep copy, then I can use the JSON parse and JSON string for deep copy. If you want to do the shallow copy, I can use the spread operators. I can use.
Right. You know what is strict mode in React?
Strip stick to it. So actually we can have some errors, but if you use stick to strict mode, we give the errors. Like sometimes variable declarations missing something, those type of things.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Strict mode is some errors we are avoiding. If you haven't used general range JavaScript, some errors we are avoiding. It will avoid. If you use strict mode, the specific it will check the each and every point. Let's say we can do the variable declarations.
Any example you
Let's
have?
yeah. Variable
Okay.
declaration.
What is the
Yeah. Hello.
right?
Yeah.
What is virtual DOM?
Yeah, coming to the React, there is a virtual DOM concept. If any component render, so it will take the copy of the real DOM and put in the memory. That is the virtual DOM. If any changes happen, then again it's created a newly updated virtual DOM with the changes. Then before render, it will compare the updated virtual DOM and the previous virtual DOM. What are the particular node changes are happening? Those node changes are applying on the real DOM. This process is called reconciliation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fine. Now, uh, suppose I have a function. We think it like I have a class component. You are familiar with TypeScript, right?
Yeah, not much more, but I can. Yeah,
That's okay. If not TypeScript, you can do it
I
with.
can have TypeScript. Yeah, you can ask me.
Okay, fine. Think I have a class component. I have a otherwise a class, general service class. Okay, order
Okay.
class. In that, I have a function which will be doing an AP call. Okay,
Mm,
and then it will return me a set of response.
mm,
What I want to do is to create an instance of this class and write the call the function,
yeah,
which will be doing an AP call.
yeah.
And uh,
Hello.
yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, tell me.
I have a class. Inside this class, I have a function which will be doing an API call, okay, and will return me a set of response.
Mm.
Okay, I want you to write unit test case, which will create an instance of this class, and then create the function, and then we'll do an API call, and then we'll match the response from that API.
So then I weigh the test cases with one test cases. Okay. Let's say when that function is called. Okay. First I'll take that component. Okay. I'll take the shallow of that component. Then I'll come to the component instance. After that I will call that method from that instance. After the call, so what I will do is I will call one mock API call with the mock response data. Okay. So
Okay,
so once after calling that method, the expected result is equal to the mock response.
okay,
So in this way, that is one case. So error case also I need to write. In case if the is result is rejected, is error happened, then I will one more other mock service is the error response. Okay.
mm, perfect,
Yeah, this
fine.
type of things.
Can you tell, fine, got you. Can you tell me what is promise?
Yeah, promises are like JavaScript asynchronous operations. Let's say asynchronous operation means a function which calls after something. Let's say this meaning in JavaScript. So in JavaScript, it's not wait for the completion of the asynchronous operations because the asynchronous operations can handled by the we have the callback state. We can handle the callback state. It's not wait for that. So to handle those asynchronous operations, we use the promises. So promises are handle the asynchronous operations. It here the only two either reject or resolve. Any one of the callback will function happen. After we will call the callback function. After reject or resolve, we can call the callback function. So promise have the multiple stages. Initial the one before the call is the pending in progress pending stage. After call in progress stage. After that is the fulfill stages. In the fulfill stages, it has only either reject or resolve. Yeah, that is the promise.
Uh, Fine. And you know what is async await?
Yeah,
Have you?
async promise is also like a promise, but async is a like advance of the promise. So coming to the promise will complete once it's fulfilled, but it not wait for the completion of the callback function. It's not wait for. But if you use async and await, it wait for the promise result and the same thing is until the completion of the callback function it will wait. That is the async and await.
Right. Fine. Then, can I use? I mean, can I call an async function without using a await keyword?
No, you cannot use await. You cannot use the await without using the async keyword. The promise.
No, no. There is async function. Okay, async function. To call that async function, I will need to use await, right?
Not need.
Okay. Suppose I have an await function. Okay.
Okay.
To call that function, I will need to use await keyword, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So if I don't use await keyword and call that function, what happens in that case?
Use the await without the async, right?
Sorry?
You are using the await without the async keyword.
No, no, without await keyword I'm using.
Yeah, it will not wait to complete. If you use the await, it will wait the completion of the particular operation. If you not use
Right.
the await, it will
Not
not wait.
wait. It will not wait. No, no. What you're saying is right. If I don't use await, it will not wait. But what does that function return? That internal function. If I call
It will
that
return, I
internal
think, is
function,
the resolve reject.
uh,
If you use the await, that await, we can use the until the callback function complete.
okay. And, uh, Kiran, I'm done from my end. Do you have any questions for me?
So if I selected which type of projects I need to work on.
It depends, Kiran. I'm not sure which project you will be, but see, Virtusa has many clients. Okay, completely customer centric company.
Okay.
We have plenty of ODCs, so every ODC for a customer. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, you can switch between different customers where you are interested in.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But initially, where you will be deployed, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm just
Okay.
a panel member. Okay,
Got it. Got
so
it.
we got right.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you. Good
Thanks.
day.
Yeah, that's it from my end. Yeah.
Nice talking to you. Good day. Bye.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.